The Art of Love and Sex, A World of Art, Chapter 23. Love, sex, and erotica was a popular and controversial art of the Renaissance, a period of war, plague, and religious mayhem. Artworks of the European culture often exhibited sensuality and sexuality throughout centuries. The artworks illustrate a style of realism and perception, desire, and indulgence. The first artist is Auguste Rodin. The Kiss of 1888-1889 is a marble stone sculpture made in Paris, France in the 13th century. The dry medium highlights the positive aura of the two figures, Paolo and Francesca, using contrasting light-dark shadows. The sculpture captures a deep scene that contours their bodies to emphasize on their sexual intimacy, the power of love and lust. The principles present a heavy visual weight that illuminates a glow of the curved cold stone. The art's focal point highlights realistic proportions of a man and woman's geometrical shape. The kiss illustrates a three-dimensional piece that volumizes a positive space to create a unity of rhythm in their features. The next artist is Pablo Picasso, Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, The Young Ladies of Avignon, an oil painting on canvas made in Barcelona, Spain in the 13th century. The artwork illustrates simplicity in an abstract design that attracts and repulses the viewers in a semi-transparent nudity. The elements of design in this art has no primary focal point. Picasso created a nude scene of intense afocal visual. Picasso used abstract art to intensify the sensuality of an orgy. The use of strict triangular diamond and sharp linear points shaped the artwork to a two-dimensional image. The hue undertone pink colors contrast to the blue tints to create a sense of motion. The art's visual weight is arranged to extract the lightness of physical pleasure. The asymmetrical coherence of the abstract forms unite the art in a repetitive harmony. The next artist is Angelo de Cosimo, also known as Bronzino. He was born on November 17, 1503, and died November 23, 1572, of Florence, Italy of the 16th century. Bronzino was an Italian Mannerist painter who was regarded as one of the premier portrait painters by the 1540s. He influenced many Europeans for the next century. Bronzino created many mythological paintings with complex symbolism, contrived poses, and vibrant colors to convey an erotic love. Bronzino's artwork, An Allegory with Venus and Cupid, made in 1546, was also known as Venus, Cupid, Folly, and Time. This is an oil painting on wood, made in Florence, Italy of the 16th century. The artwork's design focuses on the story of incest, using metaphors to symbolize the indecent passion between Mother Venus and Son Cupid. Bronzino emphasized on the artificial poses and the use of vibrant colors to imply a noteworthy meaning and an intense perspective when lust and sex controls, embodying the dangers of love. The precise arrangement of figures reigns the space and depicts a two-dimensional surface. This scene portrays figures of metaphoric meaning. The nude child, aside by Venus and Cupid, showers them with rose petals. Oblivious to the pain of piercing thorns into his right foot, he is known as Pleasure. The young girl, sweet in the face, yet below, she is morphed into a serpent hiding a sting on her tail. Next to Pleasure is Deceit. The dark, demonic, diseased figure behind Cupid is known as Jealousy. The dark-eyed woman up top represents Oblivion, trying to conceal the indecent lusting events of incest. The balding man signifies the fatal long term of sexual consequences. He is known as Time. The interpretation of this art creates the images of Bronzino characterized by the venereal plague of syphilis that led to the deaths of many Europeans. The use of green colors is a metaphor of syphilis, suggesting infected, disease, or death. Green is in the serpent, on the Cupid's wing, and applied across his body, implying that he too is infected. But the real interpretation is jealousy. He is the character of syphilis. The metaphor of jealousy is in relation to syphilis is that when he is exposed to the disease, there are trials of pain a person deals with. Head pains, as jealousy presses his hands firmly against his head. Sleeplessness, as seen in his sleep-deprived red eyes. Skin discoloration, a gray-toned skin color, suggesting his organs are contaminated and are shutting down. Legions will thicken with pus, rotting his body's blood to his torturous death, implied by darker shades and the damaged left pinky. The next artist is Antonio de Correggio. He was born in August 1494 and died in March 1534. He was born in Emilia-Romagna, Italy. Antonio was regarded as one of the most important Renaissance painters of his time, influencing the artworks of the 16th century. The elements of his artwork depicts a mythological masterpiece of high Renaissance, of the loves of God, reacting to the theme of love and sex on the principles of deception. Antonio's artwork, Jupiter and Io, was made in 1532, an oil painting on canvas, Italy, 16th century. The artwork portrays Jupiter, a god who transformed himself into another shape to seduce women. The artwork shows a woman, Io, sitting on a tree trunk after she was lured into the woods by Jupiter. He is disguised as a man before turning into a dark cloud in pursuit of seduction. The color of Jupiter is transparent with profound facial presence. The absence of color reflects the absence of good. The light focuses on the curvature, soft lines of Io, shadowed by Jupiter in dark gray and brown undertones, illuminating a glow to draw focus to Io. The visual weight of this art piece is light, as the subject's sensuality balances the use of the space, which also creates a space redirecting focus into darkness and a complementary approach to visualize Jupiter. This concludes my presentation of the art of love and sex. But to also know, as Renaissance culture grew more secular, painters and sculptors expanded their thematic erotica and immersed their art to depict leering mythological ideas along with the use of sexual metaphors. Thank you.